Hi YouTube, welcome back. This is Asif, your analytics coach, and today we're going to have a full-length discussion on the value of a master's in analytics degree in 2023. Let's get started. So, what can you expect from this video? This video is split into three sections. First, I will talk through my qualifications, both working as an analyst in tech as well as someone who's gone through a master's in analytics program in 2016. Then we will talk through some data. What's the average tuition and is it worth it? And lastly, I will give you the Asif recommendation. So, qualifications. You want to make sure in any video that you watch that the person who is giving you that advice is qualified to do so. My two qualifications are I've worked in analytics for the past 6 years, working in companies like Microsoft and Google, as well as in agency space. And I've gone through a master's program. My master's program in 2016 to 2017, a master's of science in analytics, cost me $44,000 with an $8,000 scholarship. When I think back to my master's program, I think of it fondly. I made some great friends, I learned a lot, and I developed skills that I still use to this day. But when I'm giving advice for a master's program, we have to look at the return on investment. My investment was low at $36,000, and I would advise you to have a low investment just so you can have the most return on your investment. In terms of the return part of this equation, the field has changed over the past since 2017 when I graduated till now 2023. The past 6 years, the field has changed. It's gotten a lot more concentrated. There's a lot of people applying for analyst jobs, but that's just because being an analyst is a hot field right now. The pay is good, the work-life balance can be good, and you want to make sure that you have good return on investment in the program that you're going into. So keep watching this video because in the next part, we're going to break down all of the different programs as well as the fees associated with those programs. And then I'll talk through my recommendation, especially if I were to do this all over again. All right, we can search online for a master's in business analytics. And if we search for this, we see results from universities, NYU Stern, MIT Sloan, some aggregators, UCLA. Let's drill deeper and look at UCLA by itself. So UCLA tuition. And we see for UCLA Anderson Masters of Business Analytics, the average tuition is $66,709 for a 15-month program. That's insane. Let's cut back to discuss this. All right, so this is Asif in the present, and I'm going to talk through why this number is insane. You're looking at $67,000 just for tuition. If you add in room and board and food costs, you're looking at closer to $80,000. I know this is an analytics channel, but the Dave Ramsey in me is crying if you take out loans for that amount. For most people, we're going to be financing that. And if you're financing, let's say $75,000 for a 10-year term at an interest rate of about 6.5%, which is what I've seen typically for federal interest rates, you're looking at a monthly payment of $880 and a total interest paid over the course of those 10 years of over $27,000. That is insane. You're going to be spending the best years of your life, the best years for compound growth in your life, paying off these loans. And it's not even fixed that you can pay it off. It depends on whether you get a job, how much you can make for a monthly payment. And there are better options. Let's go through some of the more affordable options. So we have some data. Let's format this. We'll start with bolding the headers. For column C, tuition and fees, let's make that into a currency. And let's remove the decimal points just to make it a little cleaner. We're going to add in some summary statistics. So let's underline the bottom of row 8, just columns A to C. I'm going to make sure it's a double underline just for my personal preferences. And just the bottom. And we'll calculate the average and the median. Just looking at the data, I can tell that the average is going to be lower than the median because Georgia Tech at search rank number 3 of $10,000 is going to pull down the average. Let's format both the average and the median. And, looking at this, we see an average tuition cost of the top 7 search ranks of $64,000 and a median of $72,000. This is really high, and let's look at this in a different way. Let's visualize this and look at all online master's program. So in this chart, we have 3 different data points: the circle for analytics, the square for business, and the triangle for data science. Let's read the chart together. We have computer science rank on the y-axis, and we have tuition in dollars on the x-axis. We want to have a high rank and an affordable education, so top left quadrant. And we can already see that Georgia Tech, which we noticed before, has a high computer science rank of top 25 with a low and affordable tuition of $10,000. It's an analytics program, and if you don't want an analytics program and want a data science, UC Illinois, Imperial, and Harvard are good options. Now, if both analytics and data science is not your calling, you want business, I would look at Imperial, but you would have to move to the UK. So, going into this video, I had some biases. I grew up in a brown household, so I know firsthand what the pressures of getting a master's degree looks like. But I couldn't, and I still can't justify $70,000 sticker price for a 1-year, 2-year master's degree. My recommendation is, if you want to learn to be a strong analyst and learn all of the important skills necessary, the programming, the SQL, the Python, the stats, the visualization, all of that, if you want to learn that in a structured format, go for the online Masters in Analytics at Georgia Tech. I have 2 good friends who've done that program or are currently doing it. One who was a co-worker at Microsoft, and one who is a really good friend from college. And I would follow their footsteps if I had to do all of this all over again. If you like this video, if you thought it was helpful, please comment below, like the video, subscribe. I really want to hit 100 subscribers, and let me know what you want to see next on next week's video.